Coach, let's start with a nice victory coming in off of Abilene Christian. That's two straight sweeps for you guys over that program. What kind of confidence that build with your team going into this weekend?
Oh, I don't know. I think we were more looking at that as just a recovery from the Tennessee weekend, some things that we wanted to clean up, and a couple lineups we didn't quite get to over that weekend. So we were really just trying to finish off opening weekend with Abilene and now get back in the gym, get ready for this weekend.
You mentioned those lineups again. How do they perform in that type of setting after not getting to play?
Yeah, last night was good. We were in control from start to finish. I was real happy with how we came out, and like I was telling the team, it's tough to travel and play on the same day, and it's a short trip, but you're still on a bus for a while, and so to get off and still play well, that it was good. I had no complaints about last night.
Travel not a big issue this weekend as you
right.
get to eat your home opener. Full fans able to come in. That's going to be exciting for you guys and your team. And also, you've got some really stiff competition coming in as well.
Absolutely. It's a good tournament for teams that are going to really get after it. And the big thing for us is we're just going to take these one at a time and put all of our attention right now on Texas State, and then think about Rhode Island and Ohio State along the way. But I think we've grown a lot in a short amount of time. We're starting to really get some better ideas about what works and what isn't, and where our training needs to go. And fortunately, as we're doing these things, our play is getting better in matches. And so, overall, I'm pretty happy. And but this weekend will be a good test.
When you put this schedule together, and how was it getting Ohio State as the sixth-ranked team in the country? That's the type of caliber team that they bring people to them as opposed to them on the road.
Well, we went there 2 years ago, and so this was their return to us, just part of the contract. And so we played them in 2019 and knew that they were going to be out here this season. And so, so we've been looking forward to this for a while.
What's the early scouting report on Texas State?
Really good, confident team. They know how to win. Pretty sure of what their systems are and what they've got to do. They've got everything covered. They've added some talent with a couple of transfers, and then brought everybody back. But they're as good as it gets in the Sun Belt, and one of the best mid majors out there. So it'll be a good match.
What do you expect to see from Rhode Island?
Up and coming program. They've changed coaches recently, and so. We know a little bit about them from some video that we've watched, but we're looking forward to seeing them firsthand.
And the number 16?
Oh, they're legit. Yeah, they're legit. Just big and physical, everything you would expect, and they know exactly what they're doing. That'll be a great match.
Nice little benchmark for Big 12 play with them coming in.
Yeah, I would think so. That was kind of the design, and we're going to get everything we asked for.
For either one of you two ladies, first opportunity for you guys to play home this season in front of a full crowd, especially after last year. That's got to mean something special for you guys.
Yeah, I'm super excited with everything last year. I'm excited to have all the fans in and show them everything we've been working on this season.
And what are some of those things for you specifically that you've been working on and getting ready for this year?
Now being in the middle, just like connections with the setters and the team as a whole, we've just been working on trust and bringing the energy and starting strong from the beginning.
How much of a change is it for you being in the middle this year?
Not much. The team makes it great changing over. Everyone has a lot of help. The coaches are great helping me, so it's been a lot of fun.
And getting to play for the fans this weekend?
Yeah, I'm excited. I obviously haven't got to play here in the USA yet, so I'm excited to see just what Texas Tech can bring, and I'm excited to show the fans, and I'm new, and I'm excited to play, so it'll be cool.
Is it hard not to focus on Ohio State with them at the end of the schedule? This weekend schedule?
Yeah, it's hard. I think that's the game this weekend that we're really looking forward to, but we also got to remember we have to take care of these really good teams first, or these mid-majors, they can sneak up on you. They're not terrible teams, so I think right now we're just focusing one game at a time.
Coach, what's been your takeaway from these first couple games?
Well, it's like we talked about maybe last week. We knew we had a lot of options and good depth on this roster, and we were going to try to use these early matches to see what we like and don't, and where some of the things that we could build off we're at, and I think we've ran a lot of different groups out there so far, and so the lineups have been mixed up, and everybody's gotten a lot of playing time. We've balanced some things out, and we're really starting to figure out what we like the best, you know. And so as we get into this weekend, we're going to kind of turn a corner a little bit and get a little bit more specific on what we're seeing across the net and building a lineup that really we think is going to work for who we're up against. So, but up until this point, it's been good to get everybody out there and see what they can do.
Even though you're still tweaking those lineups and things like that, have they sort of played up to par for this time of the season for you?
Yeah, I think so. We kind of gauge everything off of our first touch, and that's been the thing we've put a lot of training into. Our block has been very, very good. Serving has been a lot better than it was last season. We're really happy about that. Our passing is starting to come around, and that's been the biggest thing, the biggest focus. So a lot of emphasis right now on passing and digging, but those things are getting there.
Last week we talked about, these first couple matches sort of setting the tempo for you guys for this season. What do you feel like has, sort of been what you guys established so far?
Yeah, we want to think of ourselves as an offensive team and a point-scoring team, and we can see why we would want to feel that way. The talent is obviously there, and we love our setting and how they move the ball around and run the offense. And so, that's where it comes back to that first touch and being able to set the play up the way we like it. And right now, once a play gets started, we're really good, and I like how we're playing points. We got to do a little bit of better job of starting points the way we like with that first touch.
For either of the players last week, the players talked about sort of using this season to sort of prove you guys self what bigger opportunity than a ranked team, coming into your home. What is it going to be like going up against a ranked team this week and being able to, establish yourself and establish that dominance that you guys want to have?
Yeah, I think it's going to be super exciting. I'm really excited to play them. They're a big team, and I'm excited to show them and everyone else like what we have to offer to put up against them.
Yeah, I think we talk a lot about not being the underdogs anymore, and we are going to play teams this season where we might be the underdogs, but I think for us it's about fake it till you make it, and them not being able to tell the difference, what we think about ourselves, and just having that confidence, I think goes a really long way playing big teams like that.
Coach, what did you see out of your team, after obviously dropping that one match to Tennessee and then coming back the next day and getting that win and then going on the smaller road trip and also picking up that win? Have you seen that, reaction to adversity that you want to see this time of year?
Yeah, the North Carolina State match was a great win, and it didn't start off very well. We got done with Tennessee the night before. We had a short turnaround. It was a really early match on Saturday, and to be honest, we came out flat. We just weren't ready to go, and it took us a little while to wake up, and we juggled the lineup around a little bit and got the players out there that we needed, and then we started chipping away, and by the time we got to the fifth set, we had it, and so it was really good to see within that match of being able to recognize what was going wrong and then be able to fix it instead of take the loss and then try to fix it afterward. So those are the kind of things we're looking for early on for sure.
Knowing that you said you feel like you're an underdog, does that give you like a chip on your shoulder, or does nothing change? You still play the same way?
I think it definitely puts a chip on our shoulder. We're coming in and training every day, and we don't want to be that team anymore. That teams are like, oh, it's Texas Tech. Like, no, we're Texas Tech, and we're in the Big 12, and you're going to compete with us, and we're not going to give you any reason to think that, you should be rolling over us. So that's our mindset right now.
Any other questions? All right, thanks y'all.
Thanks, guys.
All right, thanks, y'all.
Thank you.